Hey, I'm Katie,
And I'm JD.
and we're best friends who love to laugh.
And have fun. This is Katie and JD Laugh Out Loud.
Thanks for tuning in.
In this episode, we'll be talking about it's time to jump into family-style sitcoms. The best sitcoms that are all about the family have one thing in common.
Yes, they're classics. That's what's common.
Well, yes, they are, but not quite what I had in mind.
Oh?
It's what you call the recipe. Wink, wink.
Oh, wink, wink. I gotcha. Let's do it. Join us, listeners. This is Katie and JD Laugh Out Loud.
Wink, wink.
Welcome back to KD and JD Laugh Out Loud, the podcast, where we enjoy the sounds of our voices and crack up all the time.
We laugh, we learn, and sometimes we find out that our favorite TV shows actually have deeper lessons than we realize.
Deeper lessons, you say? You should probably elaborate, please.
Ever notice how some of the most iconic sitcoms all have the same recipe? 3 wildly different kids, and one side character who makes you laugh even when the plot is chaos.
Oh, yes, I have noticed that in almost every show, there's a family with either 2 or 3 adults, and then like 3-ish kids, and a side character. You're right. I don't think I've noticed it before.
Right, it's just a recipe for funny, not food recipe. You get it?
My Lanta. So many shows come to mind. Reba, Family Matters, Fresh Prince, Boy Meets World, Full House, The Middle, Home Improvement.
The list goes on. Yes, so I thought that it would be funny to dig into this recipe and talk about which shows did it best.
Yes.
Success?
Let's.
Okay, so here's what you need to build a classic sitcom. You see, you got the 3 kids, not 2 children, not 4 children, 3. It's the magic number.
3. It's a magic number.
In Francais. Trois?
What?
Trois? Tres niños. And one side character who's either funny, dramatic, quirky, or just plain weirdo. But we all love them. They're so lovable.
And don't forget, each kid has their own role.
That's true.
A responsible one, there's the rebel, and the wild card. Sounds familiar, right? Even in the Bible, we see those family dynamics.
Exactly. Look at Jacob's family. Talk about sibling drama. Joseph was a favorite. Reuben wasn't a fan of him, but he was also trying to get just keep the peace. And Judah and the others were plotting behind the scenes.
Right. And yet, though through all that chaos, God still worked out a purpose. Kind of like how sitcom families always find a lesson by the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's true. And when you throw in that one wild neighbor or best friend, boom, instant classic. Let's hit up these examples.
All right. First up, the golden standard, Full House. DJ, Stephanie, Michelle, and the side character, Kimmy Gibbler. Loud, proud, always randomly walking into the house. It was such fun.
She was the original get out of my house friend. I love Kimmy. She reminds me of that one person at church who's just, different. Yeah, you can't help but love them.
In Proverbs 17:17.
Oh, yes, that says a friend loves at all times. Kimmy might have been weird, but she was loyal and still is, even on Fuller House.
Yeah, for sure. That's a perfect verse to put with this. Kimmy wouldn't have been a good friend to DJ without love.
Next, Family Matters. Eddie, Laura, and Judy, before she disappeared mid-season like a magician.
Still wild how they just wrote her off with no explanation.
Odd.
But we did have Steve Urkel, the subsequent real star of the show. Like, he had suspenders, he had glasses, it was chaos. I did read that Jaleel was the cause for the quote-unquote mom switch by the end of the series. His character was overshadowing the main idea, which was all about the family. So Joe Marie Payton spoke up, and then she got booted. And this show was a spin-off based off of her character, Harriet, and it turned into the Steve Urkel show. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the show, but after finding that out, I was a little taken back, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like that would have been very interesting if they had taken in that direction.
Yeah, because it was based off of her character from another show. I think it was All in the Family or something like that. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look it up to make sure I'm correct. Harriet from Family Matters. Harriet Winslow was originally,
so it was like a spin-off?
Yeah, the Family Matters was a spin-off from Perfect Strangers. She worked as like a secretary or something, and so they started off the show Family Matters with her show, her family and everything, and then it just became more and more about Steve Urkel because critics liked him, the audience loved him, because this was back when things were performed live, and so whenever he came on set, the crowd would go nuts. And so the writers and the producers and whoever, the directors, all picked up on that, and they're just like, oh, like, he's the one that's bringing them in, every time they film. So, and the ratings were going up and everything. So, like, yeah, it started to morph more, and they started to write more stories towards his character instead of Harriet and her, like, main family. Like, I didn't know any of this, obviously, because this show was out when we were kids.
Yeah.
And, like, but before we were kids and before we were even thought of. So, like, to have that kind of presence on screen, is insane.
So weird.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well,
moving on. Sorry, I just didn't know if you knew about it, so I wanted to.
I definitely didn't know about that. Thank you for informing me.
Yeah, of course.
And our audience.
I wonder if they knew about it. Like, I mean, I don't think our audience is young, but if they are, then surprise.
Right? Spoiler alert. Just kidding. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So for the next one, I've got Home Improvement. We've got Brad, Randy, and Mark. And the side character, of course, Wilson, that wise neighbor who never showed his face, but always knew your business.
Mm-hmm.
I think Al is a close second to a side character, because he was just real funny, and he was just kind of like existing.
Mm-hmm. You could see his face.
Of course, Wilson takes the prize because it's
the cake.
It's obvious.
He was like Google before Google. You'd ask him about anything, Shakespeare, feng shui, parenting, and somehow he had an answer. He was always dropping knowledge like he was quoting the Proverbs or something.
Oh yeah, Wilson's that neighbor who basically was half philosopher, half prayer partner. The man spoke more wisdom through a fence than most folks do on social media.
You said it, like,
for facts.
For facts. Okay, exactly. You could see only half his face anyway, so that makes sense.
Yes,
he's
right.
only half a person.
So true.
I think it was like maybe a few years ago where I finally saw this man's face, and that was because, like, I looked it up. I had to. I looked it up, and there's a picture of him. Like, you could see his face.
He's a real man.
He's a real person.
I love when he drew the painting and still put the face, the self-portrait.
Yeah.
But everything about him, like, Tim would go out there and he'd have problems, because that's what happens in the, the recipe. And he comes to his neighbor, and his neighbor, like, gives him this profound answer. And then Tim would take what he said to his wife and say something totally not that. And it was just hilarious. And like, he picked up on the point of the message, but he didn't quite get the whole story back.
No.
He
didn't.
couldn't repeat the whole story back.
No.
But he's so funny.
He is so funny.
So, of course, then there is Reba.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. 3 children.
Yep.
Cheyenne, Kyra, right?
Kira.
Mm-hmm. And Jake.
Yeah.
And let's hear it for Barbara Jean, that loud, awkward, super weird, and sometimes annoying, but totally hilarious woman married to Reba's ex-husband, because that's normal.
Right?
Whose child never was there, but was there in a stroller like twice.
Oh my goodness.
It was so strange.
I know.
They like had a kid at the same time as Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
Well, Cheyenne had the kid Elizabeth.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the same age. It's the same age as Elizabeth.
Same age, yeah.
But somehow we saw Elizabeth, but we did not see Elizabeth's half uncle.
No.
Is that a half uncle?
Half uncle. Half uncle.
Half uncle?
Half uncle.
Because that would have added a 4th child to the recipe. The 3 original children and the half
Cheyenne
sibling.
also had a kid, so they were really pushing it to have 2 babies on the show.
Yeah, that's a lot of casting.
Yeah,
drama
for sure. I mean, what is this? Full House? They're trying to have twins on the show,
right? What's going on?
My goodness. But yeah, Barbara.
Most baby actors are twins, though.
No, I know. I learned that very, like midlife. I think like from my childhood to now. I learned in the middle at some point. I learned that most of the babies were twins, and what I didn't know was that Michelle from Full House was a twin until until I started seeing Mary-Kate and Ashley everywhere. I didn't know she was a twin.
You didn't watch the credits?
I mean, I don't remember watching the credits that much.
It says Mary-Kate and Ashley also.
I mean, it also said that Lindsay Lohan was a twin in freaking The Parent Trap, but she's not. You know how many times I saw those credits? A lot.
It names 2 people?
No, it names the 2 as Lindsay Lohan. I never paid attention to the credits like that.
Oh, it goes the other way.
Yes.
It says both their names and she's the one.
Yes.
Name. So it's like Lindsay Lohan as Haley and
Annie
and Haley.
Annie? Yeah.
Yeah, Annie and Haley.
Yeah, Annie. But yeah, I didn't know. I used to watch The Parent Trap on like a loop because it was a VHS. So I just play it over and over and over and over again. So I don't even know if I even took the time to stop and watch. All I saw was it say for Haley. I saw that. But then I just rewind and watch the whole thing all over again.
Was a twin?
I was.
You watched it that many times?
That many times.
And you didn't know she wasn't a twin?
It took forever for me to realize that she wasn't a twin. Also the fact that just looking when I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, oh yeah, you never saw the 2's faces, but sometimes you did. And I was just like, yeah, she's totally a twin. They're looking at each other right now. But if they're if they were in a scene with another person, it was clear at least one of them had their back turned to the camera and the other ones, you could see her face.
Yep.
So anyway.
Not a twin.
I didn't know that. And then Mary-Kate and Ashley was a twin. They were real twins. And then they were real popular twins. And now they're just kind of leave us alone. We're fashion forward.
Yeah, but now we're not talking about Fuzz. We're talking about Reba.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Where'd we go? We went off.
You also brought up The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I was like, oh, that could be an episode we could talk about all the twins on TV shows. Zach and Cody, sister.
And I'm like, well, yeah, there was twins, but there was also shows about twins.
Yeah.
And then there was fake twins.
Mm-hmm. It's something is
Let's go back to Reba.
Okay. Barbara Jean. Oh my gosh. She gives drama. She gives comedy. Yeah. And she gives heart. I honestly give her own spin-off show. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't a fan at first, but she definitely grew on me. And I gotta give it to Reba though. Making things work with an annoying woman as Barbara Jean and her ex Brock. Ugh, Brock. It honestly reminds me of the Bible story of King David and Bathsheba. They had an affair. And so much more sin occurs following King David's actions. So I'm like, it looks like it kind of plays into that where Brock and Barbara Jean, after they've been together, luckily they have the baby. Unfortunately, King David and Bathsheba didn't have the baby.
Yeah.
And with Barbara Jean and Brock having their kid, I wouldn't say there's a lot of sin that occurs after that because he didn't like try to kill anybody, but I don't know.
I am very thankful that Brock did not
It's
try
a
to kill
comedy.
BJ's husband.
She wasn't married. She was the one that was doing the do.
Oh
Like
yeah, she was the
she
mistress.
yeah.
Yes. But anyways, I mean, it wasn't on a battlefield. It was a TV show. So I can see
Thankfully.
the comparisons though. Those are good points.
Mhm.
And yeah, she wasn't married, but
No.
Reba was a strong lady. At least, you know.
Oh, it's a planet in the past. So my life is taking fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops.
Gentle heart and a fighter.
No, a gentle hand. Is it gentle hand and the heart of a fighter?
I'm a survivor.
You got that redhead gene.
What? You think I sound like her?
No, I'm just saying you're both redheads.
Oh. All right. Touche.
Yeah.
Now, the recipe didn't die with the 90s.
Mm-mm.
Just got a little remix.
Word.
Blackish.
Mm-hmm.
Dare I say Zoe Jr. and Diane. Sometimes Jack too.
Mm-hmm.
But they were twins.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
More twins. And then there was the side character, Charlie, Dre's coworker, who lives in his own dimension. He was out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Diane would have Charlie shook.
Charlie is probably the weirdest man on TV.
It's so true.
And I love him for it.
Strange.
I do. I love Charlie for it. Like the way that he interacts with Diane and just is so afraid of this little girl. And not just him, like almost the whole family is afraid of her except for maybe Zoe. But like she strikes fear in this grown man. He's a grown man.
Yes. And he's like, sorry. What do I do? What do I need to fix? All the things.
Then you have there's Last Man Standing with Kristen, Mandy, Eve, and Kyle. Kyle's the secondary character, the side character.
Lovable, crazy boy.
He's a lovable himbo who went from boyfriend. Timeout. What?
What's a himbo? Did you mean bimbo?
No, he's not a bimbo. He's a himbo.
What's a himbo?
Like he's kind of like a bum that was just kind of like because maybe it is a bimbo. It's a playoff of bimbo because he's a man. So
Did you know that I can highlight it and say define? So I just did, and it says an attractive but unintelligent man.
Yeah.
How did she trick audiences conditioned to drool over himbos into falling for a middle-aged guy with a slight case of rheumatism?
Romanticism?
Rheumatism.
Romanticism?
RHEUMATISM.
RH?
It's a quote from something.
Huh.
I gotta go. Now I'm going deeper.
Deeper. Kyle is the lovable himbo who went from boyfriend to son-in-law. While you look that up, I'm going to continue my sentence. Kyle's the one who reminds us of Matthew 5:5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. He's a humble, goofy, and always kind man. So what do you have for me?
One of the things that, the AI overview on Google says is that Kronk remembers New Groove is a himbo. So if you were to think of a himbo, that's probably
Top tier.
Oh. George the Jungle.
Oh, yeah, he is a himbo. He's so hot and so dumb.
Joey from Friends.
Mm-hmm. How you doing?
Yeah.
Who else?
I would say probably Schmidt.
Oh, okay.
But I don't see that on this list because I looked up fictional characters that are himbos.
Mm-hmm.
And
is Schmidt not fictional?
Apparently, he's not on this, but Kristoff is and Kronk is, and I agree with those things.
Yeah, for sure.
The other people, I am not 100% on
You
who they are.
tried to marry a man you just met that day?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Josh Chan from Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh, for sure he's a himbo.
Yeah. So
oh my goodness.
Now seeing that, I understand what a himbo is.
Good.
And I agree that Kyle is a himbo.
Yes, Kyle is a himbo. We should do an episode on himbos now.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got a lot of things to write about. All right. So we had Last Man Standing. We had Blackish. Do not ever want to forget about the middle.
Yes.
Epic showdown.
Love the middle.
Loved the middle. Everything about it. I think it's still on Prime. If you want to watch it right now and nobody's ever seen it. If you haven't seen it, you have to go to Prime and watch it because it's so good.
It's so good. I watched it and I looked at the show and I was like, this show exactly describes my best friend's family.
Yes, because we were living at the time as I was the old sibling who moved back into the house after college. And then after me was 3 siblings at home, which would be Axel, Sue, and Brick.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that that's exactly how my siblings are, but there was just a lot of similarities and funny moments that would also happen between like my father and my brother and with my mother and my sister. And it was just everything about it was... And then Sue's Drama King, back to fake TV, right?
Yeah.
Comedy TV. So back to the fake, not the reality of the fact that it reflects my family. At one point in our family's dynamic. It's just so funny.
Parts of it reflected your family, other parts not so much.
No, it was just every once in a while I was like, what? Is there a hidden camera? Because that conversation just happened a couple weeks ago.
Right?
So anyway, so they have their 3 kids, Axel, Sue, and Brick, and Sue's Drama King bestie, Brad. He was so much.
He was so much.
He was that big side character that was there all the time.
All the time, yeah. And I mean, that the way that they did that dynamic was like, okay, like we all could clearly see there was something special about Brad. But then like Sue dated him and was like, you know, we haven't done this and we haven't done that. And it was just like realizing that they were better off as friends was a lot. But, you know, the middle is such a good example of a husband and a wife, 3 kids, and they're like friends and stuff. Whoop!
There's like so many other shows though.
The whisper. Poor
echo.
Brick.
Don't echo. Every time. Ugh, but he's so good. It's so good. And there's just, I mean, I keep continuing to think of different shows. Like right now, while we're sitting here, I'm like, and that one, and that one, and that one in my head, just like going spiraling in all these comedies
that have the same recipe.
Just like, they hold it. They hold true.
And for those kids who grew up in the Disney era like we did,
yes, Disney.
There was Even Stevens with Donnie, Ren, and Lewis. And the legendary Beans, aka You Got Any Bacon? Donnie,
so funny.
Donnie was always around, but the show mostly focused on Ren and Lewis because Ren was the responsible one and Lewis was the baby of the family who thought he could get away with everything.
Yep, I agree. And Beans was just so random.
I know, he would just show up at the house just willy-nilly.
Yep.
Here we are. Here he is.
He's like practically lived there.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens, like with Kimmy.
Yeah, with Kimmy.
You just,
with
there they are.
Urkel, with Roger from Sister. Like,
I'm trying to think. In The Fresh Prince, they had 3 kids, right?
They did.
But then they also added.
Added who?
No, they had 2 kids.
No.
Will is the 3rd?
No. They have 3 kids. Will is the 4th kid.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I said the first time.
Yes, but I thought you were saying like
No, I'm saying that his aunt and uncle have 3 children.
Yes.
And then they added Will.
Yes.
So that kind of made a fourth person in there.
Right. And then later on,
it also kind of meant that was their 3 kids, and then there was
the side.
He's the main character, side character. Funny.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It was an interesting
dynamic.
Take on the recipe. Mm-hmm. But I still kind of feel like it follows it to some extent because he wasn't their son, but he lived with them actually,
and they treated him like his son.
They raised him.
Yeah, actually, they did. They did. That's what I was. I remember saying this in one of my episodes on KD Time, where I did the comparison between like Fresh Prince and The Nanny, where I was mostly comparing the 2 butlers, but there's like a lot of similarities with the fact that there was 3 kids, and then an added character comes in and changes up the dynamic. They've got big energy, loud, like the nanny comes into the Sheffield home, and Will comes into Bel Air with that family, and just like there's a butler, and it just like there was so many different similarities that I was just kind of like, whoa, I had no idea. All I was trying to do was just compare the 2 butlers, and then I ended up thinking bigger, and I was like, whoa, like those 2 shows are literally like carbon copies of one another almost.
Because the formula.
Yeah, the formula works.
Why does the 3 kid plus a funny friend formula work so well?
Well, 3 kids equals tension and teamwork, for sure. You've got sibling rivalry, you've got shifting alliances, and then there's always someone in trouble. Someone or something is happening that they're in trouble. And of course, because it's quote unquote real, it's family life is messy. People argue, kids make mistakes, neighbors get too involved. But by the end of the day, there's forgiveness, growth, and love.
This is true. And the way that they like pick how the 3 siblings are too. They have to have one of them like quirkier or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm thinking right now of American Housewife, and where they have the kid who's the oldest daughter, and she's kind of ditzy, but she's somewhat smart and figures things out. But then the second son, or the oldest son, I guess, the second child, and then they have the third kid who's quirkier and stuff.
Yeah.
But then you've got like the typical stereotypes for child order, where like the first kid gets all these rules and regulations, then the second kid is like
responsible one,
responsible but also forgotten middle child, and then the last kid is their baby, and they want to just baby everything and keep track of them and all that stuff. Like that's what's happening in this formula.
Yeah,
they have to put in those stereotypes of family dynamic into it.
Yeah, and that's when you get like you're it could be either the first child is the responsible one or the rebel, or the second child is the responsible one or the rebel, and then there's the baby. The baby stays the same. The baby is always like, oh baby. Like, and it just makes me think about my own family dynamic, because I'm the oldest and I was treated as if I had to be like bop like factor age. You've got younger kids that's following you. You've got this, you've got that. You're the oldest this, you're the oldest that. And as much as like I know that it has shaped me into the woman that I am today, it sucked when I was growing up. I was like, I do not want to be this. Like I didn't ask to come out first, but like that was God's plan. And I mean, it took years for me to understand that. But like when I was a kid and growing up, I didn't care about being the oldest. All I care, like if I did care about being the oldest, it was because of things that I wanted to do and wanted to get.
Right.
But it had nothing to do with me wanting to be a kid. Like I wanted to be a kid like everybody else.
Yeah.
So like being the oldest, it was just like so much pressure to do the right thing and always like be on my P's and Q's, while like my younger siblings, my 2 brothers, they weren't treated the same. It was also because I was a girl, and just like the whole there's a lot there, it was just different, but
just
like
wanted to be a kid, just wanted to go where kids can be a kid,
right? Like I had my responsible side, and then I had my rebel side, like my rebellious side. So it really
happens in real life,
and the baby is still the baby.
Yes, I feel like they took that and was like, yeah, we can put this into a show.
I've definitely felt all my life that I was being watched, because every now and then I'd see it on TV.
Yeah, I mean, you had 3 kids, so it makes sense.
I had 0 kids.
No, I mean, 2 siblings, you and 2 siblings.
I am one of 3.
All right, let's get back to the love that you were talking about before. At the end of the day, there is forgiveness, growth, and love. And it's just like we saw in Scripture with Adam and Eve's kids, Jacob's sons, the prodigal son. The Bible is showing us that no family is perfect, but that every family can be redeemed. And the funny side character, that's where the extra spice comes in. They either say what the main character won't, like they're like speak their mind.
Yep.
They do what the parents can't,
like get like connect with the kid that whoever like really talk
like,
to them.
Oh well, that's not it's not my mom and dad, it's my best friend. Yeah, they really get them to understand the situation. At their level. Or they just keep things messy and enough to make it fun because they're disasters sometimes.
It's true. It's true. A cheerful heart is good medicine. That's what it says in Proverbs 17:22. And sometimes that laughter is the healing we need. Plus, they give us some of the most quotable moments. Did I do that? What you talking about, Willis? You got it, dude. Like, you get some of the best quotes from these characters.
I was trying to hold in my laughter so that it didn't mess up what you were saying because I'm just cracking up.
It's okay. It's okay.
Anyway, it's like comfort food TV. That's why it's called a recipe. It's your comfort.
Yeah.
And you always know what you're going to get. And somehow it doesn't get old. It's still funny every time. And it still makes me want to watch it. And it still makes me want to rewatch it.
All the time.
All the time.
I know. I know. Let's rapid fire some other shows that fit the formula or came close. And we have My Wife and Kids, Junior, Claire, Katie, and maybe Franklin as the side character because he loved Katie so much. He would come and he's like, "My delectable darling." Actually, that's a quote from
Little Rascals.
But it sounds like that's something that he would say.
It does.
That little man was like a 45-year-old genius in a child's body.
Also like a Little Rascal.
Yeah, I know. Shows that wisdom can come from anyone.
This is so true. Boy Meets World, Eric, Corey, and Morgan. And Mr. Feeney, which would be the side character. Even Eric in the later seasons because they had more of a dynamic. If you had people be Corey, Sean, and Topanga. Then Morgan was just kind of like sidelined. At one point, they seemed to just forget all about her.
For sure.
But Mr. Feeney is the side character for all the kids, except Morgan because of her disappearance. Disappearing act. But God places mentors in our lives for a reason.
For sure.
And that's what I learned from Mr. Feeney.
To the Feeney coffee. Feeney.
The dog's freaking out.
Sorry, Arthur. But I just actually, Danielle Fishel, the girl who played Topanga, she's on Dancing with the Stars, and she just did a tribute to Boy Meets World with Mr. Feeney on the dance floor. Like, he didn't dance, but he was there. And he's, like, super old, but super cute, and I'm so glad that they did that. Like, it just... I haven't watched the whole dance scene yet. All I saw was like a little clip of him in the classroom, and then they run up to him and just like cheese to the camera and stuff.
That's so cute.
I know. Then you have the Proud Family with
the Proud Family. You and me, family every Monday night.
Okay.
And when I start acting like a fool, you know I love you as much as I love you. Family, Proud Family. Proud Family.
We always end up singing on this show.
Your fault.
It is my fault.
It's okay. We just end up singing in real life too.
This is true. Real life imitating
shows
art.
Real life. It's just people have said that. Why don't you just put a microphone on your lip? Like, we kind of do.
We kind of do. Just watch it. Just listen
just
to our
not
show
all the time because
Absolutely.
We're busy.
No, yeah. But yeah, the Proud Family. They had Penny, BB, and Cece. But BB and Cece were kids. They were like babies. Yeah. So, I sort of contribute this to being a TV recipe where it has a mom and a dad and like the daughter, and then she has her friends, which is like 3 or 4 of them or something. But Sugar Mama, Sugar Mama's every time she spends time with Penny. Most of her time it's Penny spending time with her friends, but Like it goes to show that family love never quits, even when it's loud.
Yeah.
Yes.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
Burgers, we got Tina, Jean, and Louise. Sidekick, what up, Teddy? Hands down, hilarious guy. Just always at the burger shop. It's so funny. And the show reminds us that there's joy in the small things. It really is just a joyful, funny show that has
and they sing a lot too.
They do, and they make up the most random weird songs, and I love it.
So fun.
I don't know why I love it so much.
It's so fun. Then you have Fresh Off the Boat with Eddie, Emery, and Evan, and maybe Grandma as a side character.
You know, I never noticed their names all start with E.
Yeah.
How interesting.
How interesting. And she only spoke Taiwanese, but also had something smart and encouraging or hilarious to say.
Yeah.
And it reminds us that wisdom and experience from an elder should be passed down so that the future generations don't forget.
This is so true.
Yeah.
And I also just remembered that when I mentioned American Housewife earlier, I forgot to mention the side character. And the side character I would mention with that is the neighbor.
Yeah.
Fitbit.
Yeah.
Double Fitbit. That's how she was introduced. And my goodness, yes, I am not upset about that.
She was like the rich girl that wasn't like, snotty. She was a nice lady who would just come over, and she just wanted a friend because
she was lonely.
Her husband was an old man
who wasn't there ever. But anyways, that I just remembered. I forgot to say about the sidekick in that situation. And she hits the mark on that.
She hits the mark on that.
So every show, whether it's serious or silly, it mirrors that same truth: grace, growth, and laughter, and that keeps the family together.
For sure. So there it is, y'all. The sitcom recipe. You got 3 kids and 1 hilarious sidekick. A formula so good it keeps giving us classics and revitalizes itself with new shows even now. And you could even say maybe the life recipe too.
Ooh, that's
some
really
tea right
deep.
there, right? That's some tea right there.
Really hot tea.
Sip, sip.
Sip your hot tea. I'll wait until it cools down. So, just like God designed it, family isn't about perfection. Nope. It's about connection, not perfection. So, laugh with your loved ones, forgive your Barbra Jeans, and appreciate the Wilsons in your life. Amen.
And remember that Proverbs 17:22. A joyful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones.
Now, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite sitcom family? Who's your ultimate side character MVP?
Tag us at KDJD_LOL on socials and drop your answer. We can feature it on our upcoming show. Maybe.
Maybe we will. And if you enjoyed this one, share it with your group chat. You know you've got one. Or your cousin who won't stop quoting sitcoms. And definitely your friend who is Kimmy Gibbler of the group. But my friend's name is Kimmy.
You do have a friend named Kimmy.
Yeah.
But she's not a Kimmy Gibbler.
No, she's not.
So, until next time, don't forget, you got it, dude.
Or your neighbor will only show you half their face.
With that being said, subscribe,
share,
and enjoy a good laugh.
This has been Katie and JD Laugh Out Loud.
Peace
out.